Today I'm taking a look inside the box for Manhunter 2 San Francisco from Sierra Online. I haven't popped this one open yet, so we're going to go through, see what condition it's in, see what's included, and see if there are any surprises lurking inside. Before we pop open the box, here's a quick look at the game itself. Designed by the Murray siblings and released in 1989 as a sequel to Manhunter New York, Manhunter 2 is very late 80s Sierra, very weird, and very specific. I wouldn't say it's Sierra's best game, but there are definitely fans out there who dig its strange post-apocalyptic vibes. But we're here to open the box, so let's get to it. This just arrived in the mail a couple of days ago. I've been excited to pop it open and see what's going on inside. So this is Manhunter 2 San Francisco. As you can see here, we have a nice copy of it. It's in good shape. You can see the foil embossed cover there. We have a review from Computer Gaming World at the bottom. Wickedly humorous and bizarre. That seems to fit the bill here. You can see we have a nice spine, again some foil embossing. Both sides. Over on the back we have some text. The orbs are back and San Francisco's got them. San Francisco's got a bad case of the orbs, y'all, and there's not much they can do about it. So let's slide off our slipcover. Chrome. That's the sound it makes when a slipcover comes off. And we have the classic Sierra box. We have this box that I opened so many of as a child. We have the little photo of the half dome there in the corner. We have this nice beige box that held many a delightful treat inside throughout my life. So we will pop open the lid here. And ooh, okay, we've got all kinds of stuff inside here. I'm excited to share all this with you. Let's see. So we have, and this is a clue to maybe a little bit of the history of this particular copy. We have 8 floppy disks that this came with. We have 8 of these floppy disks. I'm going to guess those are low density if it shipped on 8 of them. You can also see that this is the label that Sierra used a little bit later in its run. This isn't their original label that looked a little bit more like the half dome logo that was on the box that we saw earlier. This is Sierra's later label. You can also see dynamics and game arts are mentioned there on the sleeve. That's probably a sign that this is still an original pressing, but maybe a little bit later in the run for Manhunter. This game came out in 1989. I'm guessing this wasn't part of the first print run of it, but discs are in great shape. The sleeves are all well taken care of. This is a good looking copy so far. We also ship on this one, it seems, with some 3.5-inch discs. We have some 3.5-inch discs here as well. These, we have 3 of them, also in good shape, also using Sierra's later label style. You can see a little bit of sort of the fading and discoloration on the labels. That's pretty typical for Sierra games from this era, but still in good shape overall. So in addition to the actual game media, we also have some paratextual elements. We have some inserts, things like that. We have a classic Sierra quick reference card that's included with this copy. We have details here on how to control the game. And Manhunter San Francisco, a lot like Manhunter New York, is a little odd to control. For an AGI game, it's first person, which you really don't see with a lot of those games. It doesn't, I mean, it's ideally mouse driven. You can play it with a keyboard, but definitely that sets it apart from a lot of what Sierra was doing around this time. But we have a reference card. We have our control keys on the back so we know how to play this game. Pretty typical for a release from this era. We also have the warranty card. We have a warranty card included here. This one hasn't been filled out yet. It hasn't been sent in, obviously, or it wouldn't be in the box. No postage necessary if mailed in the US. I wonder if that still holds up. You fill in your information on this thing, you send it in, you tell them, let's see, what are some of the questions here? Who is the primary user of the Sierra products? Some demographic information. How many Sierra games do you own? Some details about what platform you're playing on, whether or not you have a sound card or not. Not only did these help Sierra do market research, they got you onto their mailing list, and eventually, this is how you'd end up receiving Sierra newsletters, the Sierra News Magazine, and eventually Interaction Magazine. We have an additional reference card. This one is a lovely goldenrod. What we're going to see on this one is details on how to format discs, how to back up your discs, how to load, tips for single disc users versus 2 disk drive systems versus hard disk users, how to save and restore games, just basically some how-to stuff. Oh, wow. Okay, this is exciting. I didn't know that this was in here. This is awesome. Sierra Games didn't have nearly as many Feelies as your typical LucasArts game. Not LucasArts. Well, LucasArts had some Feelies. They had some code wheels and things like that. What I meant to say was Infocom. They don't have nearly the kind of Feelies that you would find in an old Infocom title. But this game came with, it turns out, an Orb Alliance Manhunter ID card. That's right. I am an official member of the Orb Alliance now. I am Manhunter 003. As you can see there, we have a little ID card included, a loyal servant of the Orb Alliance, more specifically. So that's a neat little find. I wasn't expecting that in there. That's cool. I'd never seen one of these before. So we have our own ID card. We're part of the Orb Alliance now. And then finally, the last thing in the box, we have the official Manhunter's Field Guide. As you can see here, this is going to be the actual reference manual for the game. It's the Planet Earth edition, the official Manhunter's Field Guide, Planet Earth edition by the Order of the Orb Alliance. And if you pop it open here, you can see it's printed in a very day-glow yellow sort of color, which is interesting. I wonder how much of that is to prevent easy photocopying, but the whole thing is written in universe, at least the early parts of it, welcoming the player to being selected for an esteemed position of Manhunter within the Orb Alliance, tracking down renegade humans on behalf of the evil orbs that have taken over San Francisco. We have a basic walkthrough that introduces players to some of sort of how this game works and gets you through the first few scenes. But yeah, pretty typical Sierra in-universe style reference manual. But yeah, so we've got the manual. We've got, oh my goodness, our Orb Alliance card. We've got a couple of reference cards. We've got the warranty registration. And then, of course, all the game media. We'll put all that back in, get that back in the box, tidy it up nice, put the lid back on. All right, and that was an unboxing of Manhunter 2 San Francisco. Let me just slide this sleeve back on, and you folks can see, there it is again. What a great find, what a great box, what a weird game. But thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this unboxing, be sure to subscribe, to like, to comment. I play a lot of these old Sierra games and other old adventure games on my channel every week. Be sure to check back in for more retro content, and I will see you again soon.